What is up everyone, Team Nato here, welcoming you back to another video. It's not much, but it's mine. Tonight I want to talk about how I managed to start my photography business and get it up and running. So I started this photography journey around October of last year. That is when I got my first DSLR camera. I got the Canon 800D or the T7i in some other countries, and I love that camera. It was always in my hand, taking pictures of everything that I can see, everything under the sun that I was able to take a picture of. I went on photo walks and stuff like that just to hone my skills, sharpen the saw, so to speak. I used this camera to practice, to learn the basics, get a grasp of what photography is for me, to learn what I was into, what I liked taking pictures of, what I didn't like taking pictures of. So this camera was everything to me when I started this photography journey. I also used this camera to do personal projects wherein I used those photos to build my portfolio, at least my first initial portfolio. So I used Google Drive when I was starting. That's what I sent to clients. So after a month of practicing and trying to learn the ropes, I decided, hey, maybe I'm ready. So I posted on a Facebook group saying that, hey, I'm a photographer. If you want a photographer, videographer, I'm your guy. I started this with my friend Arnick. So, yep, I did most of the video work. He did most of the photography work. So that's what we did. When we were sending like a portfolio to our clients, this is the photos that we were using. So these photos, they don't look good. They're not really something that you would show clients, but these were good enough to get us like an audition. So there was a hotel in one of the provinces here in the Philippines where they said, hey, we would like to try you out. Maybe you could go to one of our hotels and maybe do it for free. And if you like it, you get to do all of our other hotels in different provinces. I was like, hey, okay, that's a good opportunity. So we took it, we auditioned. Long story short, we didn't get it. We got rejected. They ended up not using any of our photos, any of our videos, because again, we were beginners. We were just trying it out. We were in it for the experience, and even though we got rejected, it was a good experience of us dealing with clients and potential clients in the future. After that, we kept on practicing. We moved forward. We didn't let it put us down. We didn't quit. We didn't give up. We were like,
no retreat, no surrender.
this is an opportunity for us to get better. So we kept on practicing, kept on taking pictures, kept on taking videos. And then one of our friends, she contacted us, hey, I'm starting this business wherein I'm highlighting a Filipino artisan or a bag maker. So are you willing to take photos of our products because we are selling her bags? So we ended up doing that project. So they liked the photos, and we also ended up doing like a short documentary with the bag maker, highlighting her and just showing the people that this is who made the bags. This is a local artist who made the bags that you are seeing right now. So even though it wasn't really much of a success, I don't know if they ended up using that video, but it was a great start for us. So I'm gonna show you a short clip from that documentary that we filmed.
Siguro 18 ako noon after ng debut. Tumulong ako dun sa, anong tawag doon?
So there you go. I mean, for me, as a beginner, we were like 2 months in it. This was not bad for me. Lighting was still kind of off. We didn't have a lot of gear during that time. Audio is a bit okay. I mean, it's workable, but again, this is not something that clients would pay for in the future. So that was a good starting point for us though, because we were able to do something like that early on into this journey of being a photographer full-time or videographer full-time. Sadly, the COVID-19 pandemic happened, so everything was derailed. All our plans were derailed. Everything was cut. Everything slowed down. And this is when I realized, hey, a lot of businesses are struggling because of the pandemic. A lot of businesses are shifting online because of the pandemic. So I went to one of the groups here in Facebook called ICAP. So I posted there, hey, I'm a new photographer. I'm trying to build my portfolio. I'm going to offer my services for free to help out new businesses as well. I was very upfront about it that I'm a beginner. But if you do want free photos, I can do that for you. I'm willing to help small businesses. So that was my caveat. So I was only going to do this for small businesses. I'm going to limit it to around 10 local businesses, so I don't get burnt out while I'm doing this, because I'm also doing my day job. I have work in the daytime, so I took pictures mostly at night. This was a good way for me also to build portfolio, to have those kinds of photos, like commissioned photos in my portfolio, for me to be able to attract more clients in the future. So I enjoyed doing this process of offering it for free, because some of my photos were featured in online TV shows. Some of them ended up on websites. Some of them they're still using as catalog photos for their online or e-commerce business, which was a great feeling. It gave me a sense of validation that, hey, I am on the right track. If I just continue practicing this craft, I will be able to reach that goal soon, but on my own pace. After that, I have the material, I have photos. This is when I decided to make my own website. So I use Squarespace, which is not sponsoring this video, sadly, but soon, that's my goal, have Squarespace sponsor my video. But yep, I made a website just for me to feel a bit more professional, I guess. And when I send portfolios to the clients, it feels more professional, and it's not as hard as just dragging and dropping photos into one folder and sending that link to the client. I think this is more structured, and they get to see different styles or different aspects of what I can do. So I have the portrait photography section, I have the product or the food, and the street photography, so they can see what I can do or what I have to offer, and they can deliver it as they see fit. So again, because of the pandemic, things started to really slow down, and this is when I started to study After Effects and Illustrator. So not really dive deep into those software, but what I did was I learned the basics, so at least I know what to do when an opportunity arises for me that I would need those two software. So just it's nice to have in my back pocket that I can offer to future clients as well. And at the same time, during this, I was leveraging on my network, my friends. So a lot of my friends started doing online businesses. I have a friend who started to do baking. She's studying culinary, so she bakes cakes, cookies, bread, things like that. So she approached me or messaged me on Facebook, hey, are you okay to take pictures of my cake? How much would it be? So the deal that we made is I'll charge her per photo shoot, per product. So one cake equals one amount. So that is what we did. Up until now, I'm doing photos for them. It's been months. Just after that, a few weeks or a few days, another friend of mine messaged me, hey, our business is transitioning online. It's a food business. It's a restaurant. Would you like to take pictures for our company? What are your rates? Send me a proposal and we'll talk about it. So I sent them a proposal. We agreed on that project proposal. So now I can see my photos on their website, which is a really great feeling for me. Again, that sense of validation that I'm heading towards the right direction. It's so great. So it was a great opportunity as well. And then just weeks after that, again, another friend approached me. She baked cupcakes and she made sauces. So, hey, I'm starting a business. Are you willing to take pictures for me? I saw that you're practicing photography. Maybe you could help me out. So we agreed on a price. So again, we did the project, but another new experience for me here is really working side by side with the client, because my earlier clients, because of the pandemic, they just sent their products to me. So I took pictures of their products, sent them those pictures, and that's about it. So that's what we did. So this is the first time in my journey that I'm working side by side with a client, which was a great experience. And then fast forward to, I think, around November or December of 2020, a friend of mine approached me. She said, hey, my friend is starting a footwear business for women. They're looking for a photographer. Would you like me to introduce you? And I was like, hey, yeah, sure, introduce me. So she introduced us. I talked to the client. I came up with a proposal, sent them the proposal. Again, proposals are very important. So I sent them the proposal and they like, okay, we'll review this. And by the way, we're also looking for someone who can make our logo and make effects for that logo. Do you know anyone? I was like, I studied After Effects. I know the basics of After Effects. I know the basics of Adobe Illustrator. I was like, hey, I can do it for you. Let's do it. I'll add this amount if you want to get the logo and the effects for me as well. And they were like, okay, send us a revised proposal with the logo and with the After Effects or with the effects, and we'll deliver it. So I sent it out to them, and after a few days, they were like, hey, we decided to go with you. So I ended up making like 5 or 6 videos, between 5 and 7 videos, a lot of photos, the logo, the effects for the logo. And this is my first time shooting in a studio, so with models, with a lot of lights. So it was a great experience, again, working side by side with the clients, with models. So things started to slow down again, but during that project, that is when I realized that, hey, I want to really focus on product photography as well, but I didn't have enough product photography material in my portfolio. So what I did was, I did cold calls, our version of cold calls using social media. So I went to Instagram, looked for businesses that I was interested in, that I liked their products. I messaged them, hey, I'm a photographer. Would you like me to take pictures for you? It could be like a brand ambassadorship of some sorts. And they were like, hey, yeah, of course, sure, we can do it. So that was the first brand. This is the first brand, Taros.ph. They're a watch brand, local watch brand here in the Philippines. And then I messaged another one called Colin Wayne Wallets. So they make this very tiny wallets that I love so much. And again, the same deal, X deal. And then another watch company, Nara Watches. They made watches made out of wood and bamboo. So I also enjoyed that. I see my photos in their ads. And it's great for me because, one, I get exposure from all these pages. And two, I get to build my portfolio for product shots. And then last week, I have another X deal kind of thing with an Italian restaurant here in the Philippines. I shot a couple of portrait photography when I was starting out. My friend who did the bags, I also shot her portraits for personal use. I think she will use it for her blogs. And then I shot a cake smash kind of themed birthday for a baby for my friend's sister-in-law's baby. I'm really just trying to build on the experiences, build the client base, build my portfolio. And right now, I'm already getting paid to do photos, and whatever I earn from making or taking photos, making videos, I always invest back into the business. I'm still not able to do this full-time yet because I don't have that consistent flow of clients just yet, but I have enough to really build my experience, build my portfolio, try to grow this business. At least now I was able to lift it off the ground and have it go somewhere. So yeah, that's my photography story. That's how I was able to get it started. And let me know your story in the comment section down below, or you can hit me up on Instagram at Timihanato Photography. I'll leave the link down below. And please, as always, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel, and punch that notification bell so you are notified every time there's a new video. And please do watch some of these videos on the side, so it would help the channel a lot. It would make things run a bit smoother around here. That's it for me tonight. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.